have next dispersal, that is dispersal by water. So what is the next dispersal? Dispersal by water. How seeds can disperse by water? Children, have you ever visited a seashore? If not, okay, no worries at all. You have seen seashores in the movies, in the dramas and the TV. You have seen seashores. What things you can see near the seashores? You'll see sand is present, sunlight, all the resorts, and as well as different kinds of trees and plants you can see. Right? What is the common kind of tree which you can see there? Usually more commonly you can see near the seashores. Yeah, what it is nothing but the coconut. Coconut trees are present near the seashores. Do you know why they are present near the seashores? Do you think we go and we'll be planting or we're sowing the seeds there of coconut and we can find everywhere the coconut trees near the seashores? No. So here the dispersal of coconut will take place by water. So the usually the seeds which will disperse through water, they are light in weight and they have air spaces. Air spaces, light in weight. The characteristics of this seed are present, and one more is also there which I will say later on. If you consider coconut plant tree or coconut fruit, the fruit of the coconut is light in weight and it has air spaces. If I draw a rough diagram of coconut, this is the green coconut, and here we have the fleshy part of it, right? So this fleshy part which we eat, pulp, or I can say flesh of coconut. Okay, and here we can find water as well. Water will also be present here. So when the when the fruit will completely ripen up, then what happens here? The water present here will completely change into the flesh, and here no water will be present. So the entire fruit will become empty. That means the fruit of coconut is light in weight and it has empty air spaces. As they have empty air spaces, the coconut fruit will fall into the water, and as it falls into the water, it flows along with the flow of water till the time it reaches the favorable place. If it reaches a favorable place, it will bury into the ground, and then as a result, if it gets all the favorable conditions like good temperature, moisture, water, availability of nutrients, these the seeds will germinate into a new plant. Germination is what? Changing into a new plant. This is how dispersal will take place in the coconut. One more example is here. The example is of lotus. You know, students, lotus is an aquatic plant, right? So the seeds of lotus are not light; they are heavy. The seeds of lotus are heavy, and as they are heavy, what happens? They will also fall. Obviously, lotus is aquatic plant, so that means it will fall into the water. So as they are heavy, the seed will go deep into the water. For example, lotus seed is here. It will go deep into the water, and here also as the flow of water is present, the seeds of lotus will move with the flow of water from one place to another place. This is how dispersal of seeds will take place through water. Dispersal of seeds by water. Coconut and lotus. And you think about all the aquatic plants. What do you think? What kind of dispersal will be seen there? Same kind of dispersal, that is dispersal by water. Next dispersal we are going to learn is about birds. Dispersal by birds. We have seen the birds. Okay, different birds like parrots, myna, bulbul, crows, they all eat nuts, right? Nuts if they are eating. So nut will contain a seed in it. So the fruits, these birds will eat the nuts, that is fleshy part of it, and they leave the seed. So they can't classify, they can't separate it like us. So what they do, they completely engulf the fruit. They engulf the fruit. So what happens? The seed is also going along with the fruit into the body of the birds. So what happens? The fleshy part of this fruit, the pulp of the fruit will be eaten by the birds. And what is next? Leftover seed, which cannot be digested. So the seed is made up of outer cover. This is called as seed coat or pod. Seed coat or pod. To understand this, I can take an example, that is of beans. In beans, you'll see beans, the outer covering will be, when they'll be cutting, mama will be preparing or cutting the beans, you can see the shape of the bean and as well as the outer covering. So that is outer covering is nothing but a seed coat or pod. So in the same way here, the seeds of these fruits have the outer covering, that is seed coat. So what happens? The seed coat will become tender, that is soft. The seed coat will become soft as it entered into the body of the bird. And so what happens? The seed is not digested. It will come out uninjured. The seed will not get any injury or the seed will not get any damage. So how the seed is same, in the same way seed will be coming out from the body of the bird as through excretion. So whenever the bird excrete, along with the excretion, the seed will be coming out. Wherever it falls on the ground, if the conditions are favorable, if the temperature and if the type of soil is good, then that seed will germinate into a new plant. This is how seed dispersal by birds. So by other animals as well, we can, as I said here, the seeds which have thorny structures. What happens? They will be getting stuck to the clothes of human beings or to the body of the animals. If you observe for cattle will go to red grass. Right, they'll go to different fields and all to red grass or to eat any kind of greenery. So what happens? They will be on their bodies. You can see these structures will be present. What is this? Is it virus? No, it is not virus. It is seed. Okay, it is seed. This is a seed. It is a seed which is having outer growth. Like vanillopes have umbrella like parachute like structures, in the same way this seed have thorny structures. So what happens here? This thorny structure of the seed will get stuck to the body of the animal, and as a result the animal doesn't know that, right? So animal will move from the original place to some other place, and as a result when it will dust or when it will move, this seed will be falling at a new place, and as a result if the conditions are favorable, this seed will grow into a new plant. This kind of seeds are present for the grass plant, and then wild hazelnut. Usually you can see squirrel will be carrying a nut. That is nothing but the hazelnut. So wild hazelnut will also disperse. The seed of wild hazelnut will also disperse by animals. So grass, wild hazelnut, violet beans, etc. All these are the examples of seed dispersal by animals. So next we have completed air, water, bird, animals, and now next one we will go for explosion. Dispersal by explosion. You'll see that many times what happens, fruit will ripen up. Ripen up means we have seen the fruit of what I can take example. Bitter gourd. Have you ever seen a bitter gourd? It is green in color first of all. Then it will change into white in color, slowly into yellow in color, then finally complete bitter gourd will be changing into yellow color. If you cut the bitter gourd and see the seeds of it, you'll observe that the seeds are red, they become red in color. That is what the fruit, the bitter gourd has completely ripened. The bitter gourd has completely ripened. So in some cases what happens, the fruit will completely ripen up. For example, if I am taking this, okay, fruit is present here, fruit contains seeds are present here, the fruit has completely ripened up, and as a result these seeds will grow in size, and they can't fit at one place. So what happens, seeds want to come out of the fruit. So what happens, they'll apply pressure on the walls of the fruit. So here is the seeds, So these seeds will apply pressure on the walls of the fruit, and as a result the fruit will burst out and all the seeds will scatter. So it depends on the explosion. If the explosion is big, then the distance covered by the seeds will be big. If the explosion is small, then the seeds will fall near to the mother plant. If the explosion is on greater rate, then the seeds will fall at distant places. And as a result, if the seed gets favorable conditions, if the atmosphere is correct, if the temperature, if it is getting moisture, nutrients, then seed will germinate into a new plant. That is what fruit explosion. And here you can take an example is of crossandra. Crossandra is nothing but Kanakambaram. Kanakambaram, orange color flowers you can see, those are called as crossandra. The name of the plant is crossandra. If you see the seeds of crossandra, okay, the seeds of crossandra will disperse by explosion. So to know that, what you have to do, take some crossandra seeds. Take some crossandra seeds and sprinkle water onto that. If you sprinkle water onto that, what happens? The seeds will present in that will exert some pressure on the walls of the seed coat on the fruit, and as a result, what happens? Seed will be coming out of it. Okay, this is how dispersal by explosion will take place. Some more examples are bhendi, mustard seeds, even til, poppy seeds, til. Okay, till is also the dispersal is by explosion itself. So when the fruit will ripen up completely, and if the water falls onto that, then what happens? The fruit will explode, and the seeds present in the fruit will disperse from one place to another place. They are scattered from one place to another place. And if it gets favorable condition, they grow into new plant. That is what dispersal by explosion. Next is dispersal by human beings. So have you ever seen a tomato? Have you seen a tomato? Yeah, tomato is a fruit or vegetable. I can say it is vegetable which is used in our day-to-day life in everyone's home. Okay, it is used in making curry, it is used in making chutney, it is used in making pickles, etc., etc. How the seeds of tomato will disperse? That is by explosion. And here the seeds of tomato, we have seen the seeds of tomato, right? Many seeds of tomato are present. Do you know tomato is not of India? It has been transferred from some other continent to India. So let us find out from which continent we got this tomato. Actually, tomato is native to Europe. Tomato is native to Europe. Europeans, when came to India for trade, when they came to India for trade, before freedom, when they came to trade, they carried some fruits and veggies along with them. So they brought tomato, guava and pear, cauliflower along with them. So while going, they left some tomatoes, cauliflower, pear, guava here. And as a result, as the conditions are favorable for these plants, they have grown, and as a result, now we are using this tomato, cauliflower, etc. in our day-to-day life. Tomato is native to Europe. It has been dispersed from Europe to India. Who is involved here? Who came from Europe to India? Human beings, European traders. That means here human beings, dispersal by human. How humans are responsible for dispersal. In the same way, you know sugarcane. Sugarcane is native to India. It is our Indian fruit. So it is our Indian plant. So sugarcane is native to India. But it is, what is the use of sugarcane nowadays? We are using the sugarcane for production of sugar. So sugar is produced only in India. No, it is not produced only in India, it is produced all over the world. So the sugarcane will be transported from India to different parts of the countries, and as a result, here the seeds of sugarcane are getting dispersed by human beings. In this way, the dispersal of seeds by human beings has taken place. First, European traders brought tomatoes, cauliflower, pear, guava from their country to India. Later on, we took sugarcane from, they have taken sugarcane from us, our country, and they are growing in their countries for the sake of sugar. In the same way here, millets, bajra, wheat, all these things will also get transported from one place to another place. It is very funny to know that even seeds are traveling in the airplane, right? They are traveling in the airplane or on the ships. This was about dispersal by human beings. So, I'll say one, do you know? Okay, you know squirrel? Do you know squirrel? So, squirrel, the memory of the squirrel is not good as you people. It is having short-term memory loss. How we can say that means the squirrel will be collecting all the fruits. Okay, it will be collecting all the nuts and it will be burying in the ground in order to preserve them. Whenever it knows, whenever it remembers, it will be eating them, and later on it will forget where it has buried the seeds. It will forget and it will search other fruits and it will eat those fruits. So the seeds which were buried in the ground, as they get what favorable conditions, they will germinate into new plant. In this way, birds are important in growth of plant also. And next one is here. This we have seen. Agents we have completed. Dispersal by wind we have completed. Water, birds, humans, explosion, animals also we have completed. Now there is a question for you people. How many seeds are present in the tomato? Did you count it? We can say many seeds are present. How many seeds are present in a mango? One seed. And seed in the dates? One. In the chiku? 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. In the same way in guava many are present. So here, as we know here, what is the need of many seeds? See, one seed is enough for growing of new plant. Then why plants are producing numerous and many number of seeds? Let us find out. That is because, for example, if a plant is producing 25 seeds, okay, if a plant is producing 25 seeds, but here we can't guarantee that all the 25 seeds can germinate. That means we can't say that all 25 seeds can grow into new plant or not. How means some plants, some seeds when they are moving, when they are going away from the mother plant, they will not get the favorable conditions. So automatically the seed will not germinate. Next one, as the seed it is getting, okay, it got buried into the ground, germination has been started. But what happens, as it won't get sufficient nutrients, so before becoming adult, that plant will die. So in the same way, if a plant is having only 2 or 3 seeds, so the 2 or 3 seeds may die in this way, and as a result we can't see the kind of plant again. So to avoid this or to avoid itself from distinction, plants will produce many seeds. So what happens, from 20 seeds are not germinating, at least 5 seeds will germinate into new plant, and from that new plant again some seeds will germinate, and again new plant will be germinating. So this cycle will be continuous. So that's why plant produces many seeds. Okay, I'll give you one example. An example is of the seed. Mustard seeds. Mustard seeds, you know, black color, small mustard seeds will be present. Usually used in making they're used in making dal and all. In upma also they will add. In that case, you have seen round, small mustard seeds. So one mustard plant is able to produce 10,000 seeds in its lifetime. Lifetime means the plant lifetime can be 1 year, 2 years or 5 years. So one plant can produce 10,000 seeds. But do you think all 10,000 seeds will germinate? No, all 10,000 seeds cannot germinate. Only few from these will be germinating, and it is reproducing or it is germinating into new plant. For example, if all 10,000 seeds will germinate, that means for 5 plants, how many seeds will be getting? 50,000 seeds. That means a complete area will be filled only with the mustard seeds. That means we don't have, according to the studies, if all the seeds will germinate, if all the mustard seeds will germinate, within 6 years, the entire globe will be filled with the mustard plants only. Okay, but do you think they'll germinate? No, all the seeds will not germinate. So the students, this was a lesson about seed dispersal, how different mechanisms are present here, different agents of dispersal are present here. Read it well and go thoroughly go through this topic properly. Bye bye.